As you wake up in the morning, you want to find the latest, greatest information about criminal cases and have an intuitive conversation about the suspects associated with these cases. Head over to the Bullhorn Betty channel on YouTube. Breaking news right here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club. Enjoy your stay and enjoy your day.
Good morning, all. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to all. Nice to see all the smiling faces in here, even though I can't see you smiling. I just know you are. So good morning. I'm tired. So what happened, right? Well, everybody knows that follows me. Today's D-Day for me, right? Today's the big day at 1:30 this afternoon. Hopefully, by the time the court proceeding is over, I'm walking out with a new piece of paper. And so I'm like, what can I do today? And I'm talking to one of my girlfriends over in Fort Myers. So I think I might go spend the afternoon in Fort Myers with one of my friends, which would be nice. Gets me out of the house for a bit, we'll see how it all works out. But today is the big day, and couldn't be happier. Been waiting a really long time for today to come. So good morning. Good morning, all. Brandy, it's nice to see you. Good morning, Anissa. I'm sorry, I should have texted you, and you should have known I'm probably going to go in the morning. I was thinking about going this afternoon on the live to discuss Hunter, and I'm just didn't feel like it, because by the time I get done with court and go have a slice of pie, pizza pie, people don't know what I'm trying to say. So pizza for lunch. With the old ex, and then heading down to Fort Myers. I was hoping to catch a few other friends down in Fort Myers, because I never go that way. And apparently there's a big shindig going on in Palm Beach that everybody is going to be going to. So it'll just be me and my girl, which is fine. I'm good with my girl. She watches me. You're good. Anyways, so before we get into the Hunter interview, as many of you guys like to know, I'd like to warm up the chat a little bit, chatter it up, talk about some insignificant things before we dive right on in. Today is no different. Getting back to this. Good morning, Brandy, Anissa, Hellcat. Nice to see you. Cotton Candy. Cotton Candy, what are you doing here? Like, I got to tell you guys about this. Like, there's some people in here that were hanging out with me last night in Dolly's chat. So, well, I shouldn't say last night. It was in the wee hours of morning. And we're going to go over that. Like, what in the world is Bullhorn Betty doing in a Dolly Vision chat in the early hours of morning? We're going to discuss that. So, good morning, Cotton Candy. Susan, Amba. Nice to see you. Amba. Love it. Sugar Bubba. Good morning. Vicky, good morning. Miss Robin, nice to see you. You're officially rehired. No, just joking. I fired Miss Robin and Anissa the other night. Told them they were fired until morning. Kelly, good morning. Carol B, Lori, Tammy, nice to see you. It's all good. I am Team Summer. Nice to see you. Kelly Thomas. Let's see who else I'm missing here. Searching for the missing. Nice to see you this morning. Crystal Lynn. Hello, my love. Banjo. Nice to see you. Priscilla Bryant. Good morning. Sherry Harris. Stephanie. Nice to see you. I hope everything's going well with you. And Patricia Sells, if you're in here or rewatching this, I did get your phone. It's going to dovetail as to why I was up in the middle of the night this morning. But I slept yesterday. I got some good sleep in. What the problem was is it affected my evening. I couldn't go back to sleep. I was sitting there tossing and turning. And I'm like, come on. Something's got to be better than this. We're going to go into that. Becky, good morning. Nancy B, good morning. Night Stalker, nice to see you in here today. Yes, happy D-Day. It is my D-Day. So we're going to rock it out with, I'll let you finish the sentence. Blessing for you today. Thank you, Becky. Thank you. Pretty and High, nice to see you in here as well. Swiss Miss. Jax, nice to see you. Jennifer Shepard, hello from Ohio. Hello. Harley's World, good morning. Sherry Ann, nice to see you. Strange Clouds. What's up, girlfriend? Big D-Day. Yep. Complicated, good morning. Jennifer, good morning. Venice, good morning. I hope you're going to be nice today, but with the two clown faces, who knows, right? We still pray for you. Actually, got a little skip for you as well. As a matter of fact, let's just, you know what I need to do? I need to put this in. I know exactly what I need to do. I need to put this in so I can play it anytime I want to. So you guys are just going to have to bear with me while I get this little skit in the system so I can use it again and again and again. Let's see what we got. There we are. I just find it odd, Venice, like you don't like me, but yet you come here to watch me. I appreciate the support. Obviously you have unfettered love for Miss Bullhorn Betty. Just saying. It just seems like it. You don't like me, but you support me. It's just odd. I find it odd. Oh my goodness. Good day. Hey, baby Yoda. Thanks for come on, let's bust a move. We can learn something from those kids. We can learn what we don't want to be from the instructors, right? I mean, there's always a learning process and something. So anyways. Good morning, Deborah Mitchell. If I didn't say hi to you. And Rita, if you're in here in the house, good morning, C12. Nice to see you guys all this morning. It's so great to have you here. So great to have you here. And Venice, this is just for you. This is just for you.
Baby, let me tell you something. I'm not clearing nothing up. Feel how you want to feel about me and stand on it. Period.
It is now officially in the system, so I can play that anytime I want to play that to anybody that I want to play that to. Feel how you want to feel about me. You know, not a bad person here, folks. I wish people would get their own opinion of me instead of somebody else's. Yep. So that's okay. I got enough love for everybody. So we're working on you, Venice. We're working on you. Might be a converted BHB before long. Never know. Good morning, Stephanie. Never know, right? So, anyways, good morning. So, what in the world was I doing in the chat on Dolly Vision at 1:30 this morning? No, I was not drinking. Just thought I'd throw that out there. So yesterday, many of you guys know I have not been going live on the weekends. I've been using that time just to take some downtime because I've been traveling. It seems like every single week I'm traveling somewhere. And because you never know if it's really me or not, I'm letting everybody know it truly was me. 1:30 in the morning, swore I'd never be on a live at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. I've got to tell you, I laid down to watch TV, just to relax after the live. It was kind of like a Sunday, a relaxing day. Miss Robin was in church, lifting the roof. And Bullhorn Betty was in bed, holding down the bed. So anyways, I think I got entirely too much rest. I did not mean to fall asleep. I can tell you. I can promise you that. I'm watching TV. I did not mean to doze off. And guess what? Yes, I dozed off. And I didn't just doze off for 45 minutes. Like, I dozed off for several hours. Like, crazy. It's crazy. I just wanted to free the mind, get away from all this stuff. Just watch some insignificant, TV sitcom called The Psych. Do you guys remember The Psych? They made a couple movies out of it. Well, that's my lullaby, I guess. Stuff. I fall asleep. I got to quit watching it. I fall asleep. So anyways, 9:30 rolls around last night, and it could have been the cup of coffee. It also could have been the orange juice I drank. But anyways, I drink coffee late. It usually doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me at all. I can drink a cup of caffeinated coffee as I'm slipping into my REM sleep. Seriously, like, coffee just does not affect me the way it once did. It takes a lot more coffee to keep my engine moving. You know what I'm saying? So I drank some coffee, and then I'm like, I got a sweet tooth. And guys, I'm telling you, this sweet tooth is no joke. It has been on me like a black cloud for over a week. I have eaten over 6 cupcakes. 6 in 2 days. 6 cupcakes spread over a week's not too bad, but when you put it into 2 days, sweet tooth. So last night I'm sitting there and I'm just having this, like, I'm ready to get in my car. Like, it is becoming an addiction. Like, I'm ready to get in my car and go to the nearest grocery store and get more cupcakes. It's getting, I'm freaking out. Like, it's getting that bad. You think nicotine's an issue? I'm having a sugar issue. I don't know where it's coming from. What? But I'm telling you, I had to put the brakes on that. Right? Get on the scale and you're like, oh girl, you cannot do this. You cannot do that. Stay away, cupcakes. Stay away. So anyways, I'm having this horrible, like sugar. Like, I need sugar. So I'm like, what the heck can I do? I don't want to go to the store. I don't want I don't want to see a cupcake or a cake. I just don't want to see them. Like, I just don't want to see them. And if I'm telling you about 6 cupcakes, think about the ones I'm not telling you about. Like, I don't want to see them. All right. So anyways, I get up and I'm like, okay, well, there's some orange juice there. It's a little sweet. That'll help my fix. That'll help my sugar fix. So I get up and drink orange juice. Orange juice, believe it or not, has a crap ton of sugar. Like, it breaks down to sugar. So I'm laying in bed and I'm like, okay, it's 9:30. Hey, Katie, nice to see you. Hi, Rita. Nice to see you. Mama Bear at 10. Nice to see you as well. Cha-cha was shaking bacon. And so I'm laying in bed and I'm starting to, wind down. It's, getting to be 10, which is late for me. I'm usually in bed by 8, but in this case, I've been in bed since like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It was Sunday, I'm not used to being live on Sunday. I'm used to taking it easy. It was the one easy day I had, this whole week, including Saturday. I just been burning the midnight oil. So, anyways, so I'm laying there. I fall asleep. Guess what? I wake up at like midnight and I'm sitting there and I'm tossing and turning and I'm like, oh crap. It could have been, from the divorce hearing I'm hearing today. Something kept me up. I could not sleep for the life of me. So I'm just on YouTube checking out, numbers and doing this. And so, I'm trying to decide whether I should get up and start preparing my segments for this morning or what. And then all of a sudden I look down and there's Dolly Vision coming on at 1:30. I'm like, sold. Something to do. I can't go to sleep. Can't go to sleep. So I sent him a message to let him know that it's going to be me because, it's 1:30 in the morning. Nobody, I'm just not up at that time. And anybody that goes in there with Bullhorn Betty they're going to automatically think that it's a fake account because I'm not up that time of morning. It just doesn't happen. Well, it did last night. I couldn't go to sleep. And so I'm sitting there listening to, and of course I'm commentating with people inside the chat and everything like that. Just, having a good time. A couple people in there don't like me, and that's okay. They can have their opinions of me, whatever. Don't know who they are. Never done anything to them, but whatever. I hate Bullhorn Betty diatribe, right? Just whatever. But for the most part, everybody in there, it's friendly to me. So I enjoy being in there. I enjoy chatting with everybody and chatting it up. I don't like taking away from another creator's, channel. So, he opens the phone lines to talk about Summer Wells, I don't want, it's for the people, it's for his audience. I'm more of a creator than part of his audience. So, I just poke my head in there just to get a laugh or two or whatever. So anyways, I've got to say, Susie, whoever you are, girl, you need to tell that boy you love him. That girl is calling him and just saying some of the weirdest stuff. And if you're in here and you follow me, girl, I love you. But oh my God. Oh my God. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, Crystal. So it's so funny. This Susie chick just calls, and she calls him several times throughout it. And she always just wants to be kind of snarky, but you can tell she's really just trying to get his attention. It's kind of cute. No, Jonathan's not in Tennessee. No. He was in Tennessee for a short bit as he made his way up to the Michigan rally. And I believe he's in Florida somewhere. I don't want to give out his information. I realize sometimes I say too much stuff on here and it gives out his location, and he doesn't like that. So he's in Florida. No, he did his thing. He went and covered a few cases. You guys should know the man can't go and have a leisurely time without working. He is the epitome of a workaholic. He really is. He really is. And he works so much, it irritates me. Like, it really does irritate me because I don't like somebody showing me up. Sometimes my friend shows me up. Just joking. Just joking. Take the clickbait, right? Some people literally watch this channel just for little clips like that. So there you go. Got to pay somebody else's bills too. Anyways. So I am in this Dolly Vision chat, right? And I got to say, the conversation inside the chat is almost as funny as listening to him talk. It really is. I did enjoy myself. White Rabbit was in there for a little bit, and I'm just sitting there. Guys, I've got to tell you, I listened to it until I fell asleep. Like I had it on my phone, and I fell asleep in bed, like literally in bed with the live running. And then all of a sudden, I'm waking up at 4:30 this morning, and guess what? They're still talking. They're seriously still talking. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, Melody. Good morning, Sharon. Nice to see you guys. But I'm just like, really? Like, we're 3 hours in, I wake up and I'm, I didn't realize I fell asleep and I'm hearing all this chattering around. I'm like, what the heck? What's that guy doing? Oh my God, they're still talking. I need to turn this phone off. So anyways, I was tuned in, even though I wasn't tuned in. I don't know. I don't think I went all the way to the end because I think it was like 4 or 4:30. I finally turned the phone off, but I had already fallen asleep, which in all reality, it did what it was supposed to do. The only reason I was in there is to kill some time until my body finally went kaput, And so if anybody was wondering why we're here so late this morning, that is the reason. I could not sleep. I can't tell you why I couldn't sleep. It may have been a combination of the coffee, the orange juice, and the divorce today. I'm not quite sure. So thank you, Pink Phoenix. Thank you. Yes. So I'm kind of excited about today, 1:30. So as you know, with it already being 10 o'clock, we are on time constraint. Can't go over. Got to stick to the topic. Stick to the topic. Good morning, Cheshire. Nice to see you. I know. But you know what? It could have been worse. Like back in the day before really cared about YouTube and stuff like that. You know what I'd do? I'd literally toss and turn in the bed and get up and pace the hallways, pace the living room, just walk until I exhausted myself out. That's what I used to do. And it's like, last night I'm like still laying in bed and was able to pop up and I could feel my eyes starting to get heavy, which is what I wanted it to do, But anyways, thank you, White Rabbit. Thank you, Dolly Vision. You helped me fall asleep last night. Can't make this stuff up. You really can't. Thank you, Hope. Thank you. So sweet. Nice to see you, LS. Nice to see you. Ellie Mae. Nice to see you. You know what, Ellie Mae? It's funny because we might do it. I don't know. I think I don't know how many people here are here in Florida. I'm on the west coast of Florida. I'm in between Sarasota and Tampa. So I'm thinking, I don't want to go do a divorce party by myself. I know Robin doesn't live too far from me, but how many other people live in Florida? And if we did do a party, where would it be? Like I would want to, but see, I don't really drink, that much. I don't, I'll have a drink or two, but I really don't drink that much. So the kind of divorce party I'm looking for is almost like a birthday party, right? Where you have dinner, cake, a couple drinks, and off back to home you go. So I know that's what it's got to be. It's got to be part of that because I drink orange juice and I drink coffee before bed and it's never affected me like this. But I also didn't mean to fall asleep for several hours yesterday. I really didn't. Near West Palm Beach. All my friends are going to be in West Palm Beach. Like seriously, all my friends are going to be in West Palm Beach. I reached out to a whole mess of friends in Fort Myers because I'm going to hang out with my girlfriend, and they are all going to West Palm Beach today. And it's like, man, I can only get my ticket. All my friends are going to be there. Not all of them. My girlfriend, she doesn't get into all that political stuff, so she'll be home. Yeah. We're still working on you, Venice. Venice is the hater. She's the hater of the group. Be nice to her. She hates Bullhorn Betty. hate Bullhorn Betty. So, you know what we do with people that hate us? We love them even more. Come give me a hug and a kiss, sugar. Come give me a hug and a kiss. There ain't no hate up in here. It's too damn early for all that. Too damn early for all that. Go find some love in your life. Go find something productive to do today. We're working on you. We're working on you. Anyways, good morning, Jackie Blue. Good morning. I got to go through all the emails. I haven't gone through emails in a couple days, so I'll get those done after court today, after I go eat my pizza, and before I get on the road to head to Fort Myers. I'll go through some of the stuff. So, anyways, yeah, and guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this channel if you would, please. Right under this face down here, there's a thumbs up. Go out there and check that thumbs up. It is free for every one of you. 191 people in this chat right now. It is free to give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you all for your love and support. Rebecca, nice to see you here this morning as well. Even haters can like the channel. Come on, man. So anyways, without further ado, because we are on a tight timeline today, I've got to be in court. And if you guys know anything, I am not missing my day in court. Just not doing it. It's not happening. It's not happening, babe. Not happening. So, let's see if I can get out here and pull. I did find it. Where the heck did I put it? There it is. So, we're going to just go over this. As many of you guys know, just as a disclaimer, I am Team Allie. I love Allie. I think she's a great person. I really do believe that her and her son, her family and her son are victims of the Wells as well. Many people may disagree with that statement, and everybody has the right to their own statement. This is not to provide shame or anything on their family. This is nothing to do with that. I do love Allie to death. I mean, her and I kind of got a little tight over the interviews and stuff like that. And but it is part of the story, and so I have to show it. I have to show it. So I have not talked to Allie about this, me bringing this program up today. I have not had an opportunity. So I just want to make sure she doesn't get hurt feelings by it. I don't think she will. She understands that, this is the interview that she agreed to with Chris McDonough. So there's nothing, that I did wrong. But I do want to analyze it a little bit. Now, just because I'm analyzing this doesn't mean everything I'm saying. This is just for my opinion, okay? This is my analysis, my opinion, my conjecture related to Hunter's interview that Chris McDonough did. This is a shout out to Chris McDonough, as always, does great work. And but it is relevant, because I feel like this case is winding down, and many people have a lot of questions or concerns, or they don't know where this investigation's going. They don't understand why all these, the lead detectives coming out, the state attorneys coming out. Many of you know, like right now, there is a grand jury that has been people in the community receive grand jury summonses to come to court for a grand jury proceeding. And we are going to be monitoring that. We don't know if that has anything, at least to the best of my knowledge, whether that grand jury has anything to do with an indictment related to Summer Wells' case. So we just don't know. We just don't know. Hope, I have no idea how her son's doing. I only get information, occasionally Andrew will discuss it, or, Allie will discuss it, but I haven't heard any updates, nor have I really called because I don't want to know where he's at. I don't want to know what he's doing. I just want things to settle down for her and her family. You got to understand, this affected her family and her son greatly. And he was traumatized. He was traumatized by the events that happened. And, it's been well documented and well displayed. So I don't want to, cause additional trauma, especially to people that I personally perceive as victims. And I perceive Allie's family. When she came out and gave her interview on what happened, she went through some of the most hideous and horrible bullying I have seen on the internet in a really long time. I mean, this whole case has brought out some of the worst actions in people, in my opinion. And I had to live through it. Our team had to live through it. Many of you guys watched it in full color and full display on YouTube. And, I haven't asked, nor do I don't want to know where he's at. I don't want to know what he's doing. All I want him to do is get better and help this case out the best he can. And I'd like him to be honest. So if something happened to him with Candace, I don't want him lying to his parents. And I don't want him, not coming clean about it or being embarrassed about something that may have happened. It is not his fault. He is a victim. He's a victim. And there are many people, and I've said this for a really long time, there are many people that are victims of the Wells since this case has begun. Ah, boy. Hang. I don't get it. I don't get it. Good morning, Snow. Nice to see you in here. Nice to see you guys in here. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into this Chris McDonough interview. Let me get this pulled up. I'm going to have to pause it once it pulls up. It's going to take a second. Why isn't it pausing? There we go. And many of you guys know how I adore Chris McDonough. He's been doing investigative work, criminal investigation, longer than I've been alive, or just about as close. I was in Pampers when he probably was starting his career. And it's nice to see how he handles this and how he talks. Like, I don't know if my personality would be that to be a detective, because I'm one of those people that call bullshit. When I feel like you're giving me a run for my money, I call you out on it. Chris does this stuff in such a way. He doesn't do that. It's so non-confrontational, even, corroborating information. He asks things. And what I love about it is he asks things. If you listen to his questions, he asks the same questions multiple ways. And it's almost just seeing the craft, that he has is amazing to me. A lot of people, are monitoring what, he's questioning his interviews, right? They're listening to the interviews, but they're not really listening to him. And it's kind of funny because I play some of his stuff and it's stuff I've watched before, but I just analyze him. Like, just look at how he's handling something, how he's talking about something, the words he's using. Like, I am just, in awe with Chris McDonough. I really am. I really am. I never met the guy before. I think he is amazing in his work. And just a big shout out again to Chris McDonough. Great guy. Keep up the great work. He's amazing. And if we could only aspire to be half the person that he is, we would all be doing so much better. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get this started. Again, this is the Chris McDonough interview. This is the censored one. This is not the raw one. This is one of the ones that he released early on that had some beeps in it. We're going to talk about those beeps. We're going to talk about what was said, and just, you know, try to see if we can make heads or tails of maybe some information that we may have missed at the beginning. Girl Friday, good morning. Good morning, Verbal Obsession. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And so we're just going to go over it. We're just going to, you know, sit and listen, chit chat about it. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do today. Good morning, Jess. Nice to see you. Calling right up.
Dog, how you doing?
Good, you?
Good. So, man, there's been a lot of stuff going, huh?
Yeah.
Hey,
I did ask Allie why he was yawning so bad that day. We did go back on the second visit, and we did stop by her house. I'll see if I've got a tape of that. I did record some of that. Anyways, we stopped back by her house, and one of the questions I had asked her is, why was Hunter yawning so much in that Chris McDonough interview? And apparently he was not sleeping. He was having insomnia during this time. This is insomnia that he started getting in and around June 15th timeframe. So at this time that he met with Chris McDonough, I believe she said he may have only had an hour or 2 hours of sleep the night before. So anyways, let's get on with this.
help me out. Tell me about that day.
The whole day?
Yeah.
So,
If you could speak up, because remember, I'm deaf.
yeah.
Because why am I deaf?
I have no idea.
Because I'm old, remember?
I'm used this as a reference.
Okay. And
So-
why is that?
It's a phone.
No. Okay, go.
I was gonna say that she texted me saying that her grandma was in the hospital.
Do you have that text?
And if you guys remember, when Candace was down at the water hole, she made it a point to say that Hunter called her to ask her if he could go hang out with them. So I find this is a little odd for me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Pink Phoenix. Much love. Thank you. So I find it odd that he's saying that Candace actually texted him. So here's another inconsistency in this script, so to speak, that we've all been discussing. And so we'll just continue. But that's one of the very first things out of his mouth was that Candace texted him. And I believe him at this point. I truly believe him at this point. I will talk about when I start seeing some changes happen. And in my opinion, when some not so truthful statements are being stated.
No, the TBI has my phone.
Got it.
I'm just using her dad's phone.
Okay.
Well,
Your grandfather that passed away.
Okay, got it.
So that day that she texted me, and she said, my grandma's in the hospital. Well, her mom's in the hospital, but we called her grandma at the time like we used to. So I called her up. I said, y'all want to come over here for a bit? Because she's going to be in the hospital for a while. Because she messed up her knee or whatever. And she said, yeah, if that's okay with Allison.
And that's mom.
Yeah, that's mom.
Okay.
And so,
But she called her Allison.
yeah, she calls her Allison.
Okay.
And so next thing you know, I tap mom because, you know, she's half asleep because she works at the time she did. But, what's that thing? I asked her if they could come over. She said, yeah, for a little bit because grandma was on her way. She was on her way. And so mom, she said it was okay. And she said she'd be over in like 5-10 minutes. And I'm telling you, I don't do good with times because I really
5 or 10 minutes. It sounded like she was right around the corner already heading there, you know, and it again makes you wonder which person is being truthful here. Is it Candace or is it Hunter? In this scenario, I do believe Hunter's statement that she texted him, and I believe that the law enforcement has those texts, and that's why I'm not sure why they kept his phone so long. They're probably utilizing that as evidence since his phone wasn't erased. If you recall, it was odd because Grandis, Don, and Candace's phones were all erased from 3:30 on. And how do I know this for a fact? Because Don Wells actually admitted to that to me at least twice. Once on the final call we had at the rental property when he was on the phone with Marissa, and another time while he was on the phone with me privately, he admitted that the phones, all three of them, were erased.
I don't look at the clock, so if I mess up sometimes, that's on me. Because I'm really bad with doing times.
You're 15.
Yeah. And so she pulls up, she gets out the car with Summer, and supposedly the kids went to work with the father. And so
Now you say the kids.
And then there's the other thing. She told him the kids went to work with the father. Why would he misrepresent that? And again, this is super, super important. And we're going to discuss this a little further. The reason why that statement is super important is because we've been told this whole time that Don Wells was not at home at the time his daughter disappeared. Now, with other information that we're getting, and now it's becoming so overwhelming, if you will. It's so overwhelming that he may have actually been home at the time that Summer did go miss and left the area.
The kids.
Wyatt and Josie.
So the boys.
Yeah, the boys.
Okay, went to work with Dawn.
That's what I was told, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
And so I meet her, I dap everybody up. That's just how I am. So I dap her up. I said, how you doing? Because it's been a long time since I've heard from her.
Okay.
I hear from her like once in a while on Snapchat.
Okay.
Well, I did until I blocked her because all this stuff that's going on.
Now tell me what it means when you say you...
And I find it odd that he has since blocked her from being able to communicate with him on the phone or through social media. I mean, there's a reason for that.
You tapped him up. What is? So people that don't know that.
Like a handshake.
Okay, so show me.
It's just like this.
What's up, dog? Or one of those, right?
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, go ahead. See, I knew that, but people don't know that. Right. So let's make that clear. So somebody can't say, "Oh, look what he did." Okay.
Yeah. Then so she pulls up there in front of that mailbox.
Okay.
And so I dap her up like usual. She comes in. We're all sitting down. I ask her what happened to her grandma because she wouldn't tell me over the phone. She said that she hurt her knee because of kids. Where did she say she went on vacation for? Gatlinburg. She said she went to Gatlinburg for a little vacation with the kids, and the kids kept kicking her leg. And she has supposedly a plastic knee or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so they took her to the hospital. We came in here for...
Do you know what hospital? Do you know? Not mom. Do you know?
It's the one downtown.
Okay.
I don't know what it's called, but it's the one downtown.
Okay, mom, do you know the name of it?
Holston Valley.
Christian Valley?
No, Holston Valley.
Holston Valley? Okay, yes, ma'am. Okay, so she's here. Grandma's at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And who's with her that day?
Just Summer.
Just Summer. Okay.
Not the entire day until we pick up the grandma.
Okay, what time do you remember? I know you're not good at times. Guesstimate.
I guess the time that we picked up the grandma?
No, the time she pulls up that morning.
Had to have been like around 11, right?
Okay.
Or 10 or 11.
No, just from your memory, not from mom's
I think
memory.
it was at least 10 because I was up all night.
And it could be wrong too, right? Okay, so let's just kind of put that right there, okay? Because like you said, you're not good with times right now.
Yeah, I
okay.
really just don't pay attention to time.
Straight up. Okay, so then what happened?
And then, like I said, I dapped up, we went inside, talked about it. And then she said, you want to go fishing summer? I said, do you care if I come with? Because it's summer. And I treated her like a little sister.
Right.
And she said, you got to ask Allie.
Okay.
Well, she calls her Candy or Candace. And then she calls her Allie or Allison.
Okay, so she asked you, do you want to go fishing?
No, I asked if I could come with because Summer was going.
Got it. And she says, ask your mom.
Yes.
And what did you do?
I went to ask her. She said that's fine because there's no problem with going fishing for a little bit and come back.
Sure. And what was, when you first saw Summer that day?
And I find it odd that they say fishing instead of swimming because according to a conversation I had with Allie, there were no fishing poles in that truck. No fishing poles in the truck to go fishing.
Okay. What was your impression?
It's just how it usually is. Just like, yeah, she's over here. I mean, I don't know.
What draws you to Summer and what draws her to you?
I mean, I think it's because I show her a lot of attention.
Oh, interesting.
Like,
yeah.
Not weird attention, but I show her attention.
No, I get it. Miss Robin shows her a lot of attention too in church.
Yeah, like I sit.
And I find that follow-up statement a little odd, when he's talking about attention. It's like, he's going out of his way to express there was no ill intention there between him and Summer, which I just found a little peculiar, but nothing major. But could it be? We don't know.
She'd be like, give me a piggyback ride. I'll give her a piggyback ride.
Like an older brother.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that kind of an older brother, sister kind of vibe going here?
Yeah, that's what it was because her brothers just always used to pick on her. So I just show her how real brothers should act.
Okay.
Even though I'm not saying I'm the best brother here, you guys dance.
You should talk to my brother, man. It'd be messed up.
But it was like I was her older brother. Like they treated us like family, and we treated them like family.
Okay.
At one point in time, until one mess that happened with them that just split us apart, and then she came that day.
Okay. So she's here, Summer's here, Candace is here. You get permission to go fishing because Summer's going fishing, and you were kind of acting like a big brother, and you thought it'd be cool to go with her.
Yeah.
Do I have that accurate?
That's pretty accurate.
Okay, not bad for an old man.
And I mean, I wanted to get out the house anyways.
Sure.
I ain't even gonna put it to her. I just wanted to get out the house.
Okay. And so what happened then?
And then her grandmother calls her and says to come pick her up when we're sitting right there.
Oh, interesting. So where are you sitting in the car?
At first, I was sitting on the front seat.
Okay.
Like,
which way's the car pointing?
Like
do you
a
remember?
truck right now?
Just like my truck?
Yes.
Okay.
It was dead serious like that, but with like an overhead to the bed.
Okay.
Bed part.
Okay.
And we moved a box to the back.
Okay.
And I just want you guys to understand. I mean, look at how Chris is acting. He's making sure he understands the statement. He's constantly repeating that statement back. He's very nonchalant with it. And he's asking for specificity. If you notice when he's getting vague answers, he is working very hard for specificity.
And then we moved the box to the very back, the first one where the overhead to the bed is. And then we put another one back behind, like that passenger seat right there.
Okay. And where's Summer?
Summer, she is on the driver's side, in the back seat.
Okay. Was there any milk or anything like that in the car at that time?
Not until we got the price list, which was like I think it was a few hours later.
Okay, got it. Okay. Was there any other stuff in the car?
Nah, there was just boxes and like TVs in the back and everything.
How was Summer acting about going fishing?
Well, she gets excited because she likes to fish and swim. She's a little kid. She's energetic.
Okay. And how's she dressed? Do you remember? When you first saw her?
When I first saw her, I think it was a pink little tank top or purple.
Okay.
And I don't really do good with like something that happened like 3 weeks ago, a month ago.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
I can't remember happening yesterday.
It's cool. Should see me drive.
But when we left, I think she had shorts on at first.
Okay.
Yeah, because she had shorts on because her mom put her bathing suit on her.
Okay. Where did she put her bathing suit on her? Do you know?
Inside.
In the house?
Yes.
So she changed her in the house?
Yeah.
Did she take the clothes with her?
Yeah.
Miss Allison, do you know?
Are you connecting donors with your cause?
You're entering a relationship.
Okay.
I don't remember.
She was dead asleep in the bathroom.
That's fine. That's fine. So she changes her clothes here, and she takes her clothes with her.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what happened?
But then, when she got changed from swimming, they had bought her an outfit to put on because they were supposed to go to Jonesboro, I think. Yeah, Jonesboro for this big park, like water park.
Okay. So that was the initial thought?
I guess so. I mean, I don't know.
So what did you think was going to happen?
I thought we was just all going to go fishing, swimming.
And then in the truck, she changes the plan?
Nah, she changes it to swimming because she grabbed her mother.
Say it again?
She changed it to swimming because she grabbed her mother.
I don't know how that has anything to do with whether you're going fishing or not. Just because you have another person, what's the difference between dropping a line into the water from a different location or going to the water hole? So there's still some weird rationale behind why, the fishing went to swimming, especially with no fishing poles.
Oh, okay. So so from here, where do you guys go?
From here, we go to the hospital.
Okay.
Pick up her mother.
Pick up grandma.
Not even like 10 minutes later,
Okay.
we go to Walgreens.
Is that near the hospital?
No, it's on Fort Henry Drive.
Okay, so it's the Walgreens by the Warrior Park.
Yeah.
That one as you come out and it's right there.
Yes.
Okay, not bad for an old man, huh?
No, not really.
Not bad, not bad. I'm cooking here.
So there's so we went there.
You go there first,
And then,
after you pick up grandma.
Yeah.
Then what happened?
And then we put this prescription in,
Okay.
which is like probably about like 10, 15 minutes.
Do you know what kind of drugs?
No, I have no idea. She went.
So what we're hearing now is that they picked up grandma, went directly to Walgreens to drop off the prescription. I believe that mimics what Candace originally stated.
Say the name to it.
Got it.
And then we handed the prescription. They said about like 10, 15. Well, it's going to be 30 to 35 minutes.
Okay.
Well, I was saying the line was long.
Okay.
Because you have
Who went inside the store?
Nobody went in. We went through the drive-thru.
Got it.
The drive-thru. And then while we were in the drive-thru, her husband calls her talking about this dude named on the property that's been there for like a week or so. She told me they keep stalking other kids.
So the beep out was the Andy, or, something like that. I wanted to clarify, that he's going to be talking about, first of all, this guy being there for a week. I don't know who has been staying at the location with Don and Candace for a week prior to this incident. That has never been confirmed or corroborated that there was some dude at the property staying with them for a week. And if they are discussing Andy, which is Jody Sue Hunter, I think that's her last name, Jody Sue's ex, he was on camera at work at the time of the incident. So the idea that it could have been him is it's not accurate. So we're still trying to find out where these statements come from. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because we also want to dovetail back to whether Don Wells was at the property at the time this event occurred. This is super important information. This is, we've got to know, because if Don Wells was home at the time that Summer disappeared and not at work, it changes the entire game, because why would he lie about that? And why would he continuously lie about that? So let's continue.
Who's that?
Some dude named like, I have no idea who it was.
Okay. And why did Don call?
I have no idea. He just called. I don't even know if he was working at the time.
Okay.
But if he was working.
And he says it. I don't even know if he was working at the time. This is much later in the afternoon when that call supposedly came in.
And he obviously wouldn't know that there was some dude looking at the little kids.
So this dude named Don calls Candace
and tells her about, I don't know if his name was.
And tell me about that conversation.
All I heard was.
And how did you hear it?
I heard because I asked her why he called.
Okay.
The only thing that she told me from the phone call is that there was some dude, whatever it was, just the name.
Okay.
That's all I remember. Is that he's been up on the property for a week or two, trying to, like, I guess she said, touch the little kids. That's what I was told.
He's trying to have what?
Touch the little kids.
Touch the kids?
Like give him a hug or something. I don't know.
What do you think? Do you think that's true?
I mean, it could be because she's had this. Name was Billy, right? Yes, Billy. Billy was up there doing that stuff until we got arrested.
And he's going to clarify, this Billy guy wasn't around the children. He was talking about Brandis.
And Billy is the brother.
No.
The son.
No. Billy was an old drunk.
He's what?
Drunk.
He was an old drunk that was a friend of theirs that used to get in arguments with his wife.
And go
His
up to
wife
their
would
house.
take them out, and he would go up there and sleep in one of the sheds on the property.
Got it. And who was Billy trying to touch?
Billy had the hots for grandma.
The grandma.
Got it. But what about the kids?
Oh no, he wasn't around the little kids. His mom wouldn't allow that with her mom.
So why would Dawn, in your opinion, call Candace while you're in the line at Walgreens to say there's some dude on the property wanting to touch the kids? Help me understand that.
I mean, at first I thought because he calls her like every 2 hours because he works.
Okay.
I thought he was just doing his daily checkup.
Okay.
But then she told me about that. I was like, how does he even know that if he's supposedly working?
And what did she say?
I didn't say that. I was just saying in my mind.
And in your mind, what did you come to? What did you deduct?
Deduct? I thought that was just suspicious.
Really?
Yeah, and then later, when she called me and told me that happened, I was with my girl at the time, just hanging over in Bristol at a park.
Okay.
She calls me while we pull up to that park. This is that Summer's missing.
So who were you kicking it with at the park?
Oh, just my girl.
Okay, just
and her
you guys.
mom and her brothers and her sister.
Okay.
Now, what we're going to hear is later in this conversation, he's kind of bouncing all around. He's not keeping the time frames or the script, so to speak, in the correct order. So what he's saying here is that after Candace dropped him off, which he's going to later identify was around 2 or 2:30 in the afternoon, he leaves and goes to the park with his girlfriend and his girlfriend's mother. It sounds to me, based upon his statement here, that she actually called him before she called Dawn and law enforcement. But then later, you're going to hear him say it was about 7:30. And I'm thinking, who goes to a dark park at 7:30 at night in Bristol? Now, Bristol is a little ways away from where they live. I know because that's where we met Dudley, was in Bristol. And so it is a little minute away. But again, pulling up to a park with children, which he's going to explain that he was with his girlfriend, his girlfriend's mother, and I believe one of his girlfriend's siblings. But who's pulling up at a park at 7:30 at night to play? It's starting to get dark outside, the sun's setting. So it makes me wonder, was this time at the park much earlier than Hunter is stating? Was it around 7:30 or was it earlier? Again, that makes a difference. And why would Candace, if it was at 7:30 at night, why is Candace calling Hunter to let him know whenever law enforcement is most likely already on the property and has her, probably in the back of a vehicle going through a bunch of questions? When does she have time to stop and make this phone call? Again, these are things that are just going through my mind as I'm hearing this conversation take place.
Straight up.
That was just it with our entire family. Because weren't you at the ball field? Yep, she was at the ball field.
Okay, so before we get there, let's go back to the drive-through at Walgreens. Then what happened?
Brandy, I agree. It's not dark yet at 7:30, but at 7:30, your sun is setting. I mean, there's not a whole lot of time. It is starting to get dark at 7:30. I mean, it darker. It's not like it is right there in this video. It's 7:30 at night. You've got the sun setting. let me just look up here what time the sun sets in Tennessee. Hold on, just give me a second. Let's just see here. I'm looking it up right now. It says a sunset is around 7:17. If I am around 17. So it's possible that the sun wasn't set yet, but it was starting to get dark. I think we can deduct that. I mean, I could be wrong. Again, people that live in Tennessee, I do not live in Tennessee. I live here in the state of Florida.
Then we went. Well, she had to go get cigarettes because her mom complains of cigarettes all the time.
Where'd she get the cigarettes?
All right, so you know that Walgreens, right?
Yeah.
So there's this like daycare around there somewhere. It's called like Kitty College.
Yeah, I saw that on the side, on the right.
Yeah, so there's a discount tobacco store.
Got it.
By is that place? I think it's by that McDonald's maybe.
Okay.
And KFC. No, it's up by Long John Silver's.
Okay.
It's like right across from it.
And where's Grandma sitting in the car?
No, she's sitting on the passenger side where she was sitting.
Okay. And where are you and where is Summer?
Summer was sitting on the, like, okay, so you know how there's like 3 seats in the back?
Behind Grandma or behind Candace?
Oh, she's sitting in the middle of it all.
And why is she sitting in the middle at this point?
Because I asked to sit on the side because her grandma just got out of the hospital and she's like, let me sit in the passenger seat. I said, okay. So I sat behind her mom.
Okay, got it. Sure.
So the inconsistencies in Hunter's story and Candace is that according to Candace, like he's saying that after they dropped off the prescriptions at Walgreens, they went to the hippie house. They went to get these vapes. They went and stopped by a store to get the twisted iced tea and everything. And Candace, in her interview, is saying that happened later after they left the water hole. So here's the inconsistent statements that don't jive between Hunter's story and Candace's story.
Then what happened? She goes and buys cigarettes? And who gets out of the car?
Just Candace.
Just Candy? You call her Candy?
No, I call her Candace.
Candace?
Yeah.
Okay. Is her nickname Candy, though?
No, that's her mother's nickname.
Got it. Okay. So Candace gets out.
She goes grab cigarettes. She buys a puff bar. She buys
a what?
A puff bar. It's a little nicotine vape.
Got it.
I don't know if everybody else knows that, but it's a nicotine vape.
Got it. What color was it?
It was black and purple.
Okay. Was there a blue one?
Blue one? Yeah, that one was hers.
That's hers.
Yeah, because she got a blue Skittles one.
Okay. Then what happened?
And then she bought the twisted tea.
Twisted tea. How many?
Just one.
Just one. And bottle or can?
It's a can. If I could get a picture real quick, I'll show you what it looks like.
All right, go ahead.
It's a whole can, if I'm correct. I just know that there has.
And I find it odd that he says it was just one can, if I'm correct. Like, again, this is a date that's got to be burned in the minds of everybody, because think about it, a 5-year-old child that he was friends with, acted like a big brother to, disappeared. It would seem at this point that, his mind would be replaying the events of that day in his own mind. So not having all these little details does, cause a little concern for me as to why these are not almost burned in his brain as correct. So, it just, again, we don't know why there's these inconsistencies. There could be, it could be because he was intimidated, and we're going to be hearing about that potential intimidation on this video.
They have to have done something because she did not walk off of that property. That's all I know. That's what it was like.
Oh, okay. So let me
Want to know how to create?
show this right there. Twisted tea in a yellow container. Okay. Okay, cool. You get the twist. She buys
Just one.
one.
It's
I
good.
don't want
just
to mess
cut
up
it
your
off.
phone, bro. Okay, so then what happens?
Then after that, we go to the horse stable part.
So you drive to the horse stable.
Straight to the horse stable.
Right from there, you go right to the horse. Where's Grandma at this point?
Grandma, she just in the car on her phone.
You got
discount
the
store.
you got the discount store, and you head right to the water park. Okay, walk me through what Summer's doing at that moment.
Well, at that moment, she was holding my hand like this, like with her arms wrapped around, because she gets cold when the window's down, and so it was down, and we were just watching TikTok.
So she's snuggling with you.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, and you're watching TikTok videos. Which ones did you watch?
I don't even know. I just scrolled through the thing. to be
Okay,
honest.
okay. Was she laughing?
Yeah, of course.
She seemed. Was she seemed?
Perfectly fine.
She seemed normal.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that call that Candace got from Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that call again.
The call. So, where her phone is in the middle of the truck. You know, the console part.
Okay.
It was right there, and he called, and she said, "Everybody be quiet." So we all was quiet. Her mom was going through her phone. I turned my phone off until she was done. See if I could listen in on anything suspicious or anything. And then after she got off, I go, "What do you call about?" She goes, "There's been this dude. I know it starts with for sure. I just can't figure out the rest of it."
Okay, so you're at now. Summer is you're watching TikTok videos. She's acting normal. Is she in her bathing suit at this point? Because she'd been changed at the house.
Yeah,
or,
she is.
if you remember.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to put words in your mouth. Though.
No, you know. It's
Okay.
chill.
Then what happens? From there, you guys go where?
From the drugstore?
Yeah.
We got to that place by the stables.
Okay. And you say that place, is that the swimming hole?
I don't even know if it's allowed to be called a swimming hole. That's why I call it that place.
Got it. Straight up. Now, is this Warrior Park?
No, it's not in Warriors Park. It's at the stables, the horse stables.
Yes, sir.
Warriors Horse Stables or whatever they're called.
Okay, got it. And is this where you guys got out and went swimming?
Yeah, that little hole.
At some point, where she give you something?
Yeah, that twisted tea.
And when did she give you that?
As soon as we got out the car.
Right, as soon as you got down there? And did she have one?
No.
Did she have any alcohol?
No, because she had to drive.
Okay, so she gives you the alcohol.
Yeah.
Did you ask for it?
Not until after she got it.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
I ain't gonna lie.
No, okay. So after she bought it, you said, hey, can I have that?
Yeah, she just said yeah.
And I also want to remind everybody, not one time in this entire interview was Mountain Dew ever brought up. Now there's Mountain Dew on the table, but there was no discussion of Mountain Dew at all from any of the witnesses ever, except from Candace when she was trying to explain that she did not give Hunter the twisted tea.
And she just kicked it onto you, gave it to you.
She does that. You can ask her.
Okay, well, I'll ask you because you're the one, if she handed it to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what about the
vape?
Yeah, the vape.
Oh, we was both hitting it.
Okay. And is that, do you do that a lot?
What, vape?
Yeah.
I mean, when I have them, yeah.
Hey.
There's just like nicotine vapes.
Okay. Don't vape, man. Okay.
Vape.
All right. No more vaping. Okay. Mom, no vaping over here.
Yeah, no baby.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Okay. So from there, what happened? Or at that moment, what happens? Do you go in the water first or who goes in the water?
Summer was in the water because I was drinking the tea at the time.
Got it. Where were you at?
I was just standing around. Me and her mom was watching
What are you talking about?
TikTok. Like, she was on TikTok looking at funny videos.
Okay.
And then she was looking through Facebook. We just have like our normal conversation.
And like,
So they're talking right now about what they are doing while Summer is in the water hole. They're all up at the vehicles. And if you guys recall, the ones that were here yesterday, the live from yesterday will be live again soon. It is in private status right now. But it will be live again, probably, hopefully by tomorrow or later this afternoon. I'm not sure. And you will see, I aired original content of Jonathan at Warriors Park. And that's the park, that's the water hole area that they're discussing that Summer was playing in and swam at. Where they are at their vehicles is about a 30-second walk, a brisk walk, 30-second brisk walk from the parking lot to the area where Summer was swimming. 30 seconds. And all of the adults, including Hunter, so the adults that are supposed to be watching Summer, including Hunter, which he's a teenager and should not be responsible for a child when there are two grown-ups, that is mom and grandma, on scene. So again, they're all up at the vehicles in the parking lot while Summer is in the water.
what?
Like, we just talk about what we've done the past week, how long we haven't seen each other for. That's just what we just mainly do, just hang out.
Okay. Does she like you?
No.
Not in that way?
She has a husband.
Okay, but in that way, does she like you?
No.
So he's asking her the same questions that we have. I think all of us can identify the fact that it appeared that there was an unsavory relationship going on between Candace and Hunter. Now, I know Allie believes her son, Andrew believes their son, that nothing nefarious or inappropriate happened. But again, with the actions that we see on TikTok and some TikTok videos, the allegations raised by Jose, it does make us wonder, is there, and if anything inappropriate did happen, it is not Allie or Andrew's fault. They entrusted Hunter with an adult female, and that adult female should have conducted herself responsibly and as an adult. So I want to make sure that we do not victim shame here. I believe Hunter, as well as his family, are victims in this scenario, and I will always state that. So is there inappropriate? We don't know. We can only assume that there may be or may not have been an inappropriate relationship. And that's for each and every person to make their own opinion about. But again, even if there was inappropriate, I don't know if Hunter, especially being groomed the way he was groomed and things like that, would have been honest with his parents had it happened. But it's good to hear parents say they believe their children. I think parents need to believe their children and need to stand behind their children and let their children know that it's okay. Maybe later down the road, we will find out more. But as of this interview, he states no appropriate relationship existed between him and Candace.
Did you get that vibe at all?
No, she just treated me like her adopted son. If I can say that.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And from there, where's Grandma at this point?
She was still in the car because she had a call to get her phone turned on.
Okay, whose phone is she using?
She's using her phone.
Okay, but it's turned off.
No, her phone's not turned off. I was saying, like, it's not turned all the way off. Like, there's, like, no minutes to it.
Got it. So she's got one of the, like, burner phones, load minutes to it?
She has a straight talk phone. She had to call straight talk to put money in it.
Got it.
So she got minutes for the rest of
a lot of senior citizens use those.
Yeah.
Do you think I need one?
What, straight talk phone?
Don't answer that, Hunter.
Our grandma does, though.
Free phone.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, it's still a government phone.
There you go. Okay, straight up. So she's in the car. You're with Candace. Summer's in the water. Walk me through that. What do you see happening?
I just see her swimming like usual.
How far out is she?
Okay, so you got that TikTok on your phone or something? Because I want to show him precisely
Okay.
the exact how far she goes.
Okay. And who took this TikTok?
Her mother.
Candace.
I mean, you might see me throw up a gang sign, but
Did you take a TikTok?
oh, I'll do TikToks.
Okay. Did you do pictures? You do Instagram, Twitter?
I mean, I do pictures with my girl, but that's it.
Right. Did you do a picture with her, with Summer that day?
Nah, she was just taking a video.
Candace was.
Yeah.
Okay.
She took a whole video of all of us over there.
Okay. Who's all of us?
Me, her mom, and someone.
Got it. So mom gets out of the car at some point?
Yeah, at some point. I don't even know what point that is.
Okay, that's cool.
She just gets out the car when she's done with the phone, and then they tell me about that water park.
Okay, so you see a point where Summer is underwater.
For like 10 to 15 seconds.
Okay, walk me through that.
And so I go in calm as heck because I know she might just be messing around.
Did you think she was injured?
No,
Could she have been?
She could have been. I mean,
Help me understand that.
I mean, she could have been when she got back into the car, like how the water gets through your lungs and everything else.
Okay.
And how she was in the hot car while they went to the stores and everything.
Okay, so
Baby, let me
let's
tell you something.
go from the
I'm
moment you
not
see her.
nothing up.
And what did
Feel
you
how
do?
you want.
I just
Sorry about that. I'm trying to pause
Bring
this.
myself
We're gonna
into
go
it.
back. We're gonna go back and re-listen to that because I think that's important. So we're gonna go back and listen to this. This is the events at the water hole. This is why I think a lot of people's interpretation that an accident happened at the water hole happened. We are going to dive into this. I'm going to be paying very close attention to this. I'm going to be commentating on this. So we're going to restart this over, and I want you guys to listen very, very intently right here. I think it's this about 10 minutes from this point forward. We're going to be listening very intently about what Hunter's opinion are related to what transpired at that water hole, rather.
Candace.
I mean, you might see me throw her to see if she's okay.
Okay, so Candace.
I mean, you throw us.
Okay, did you do pictures? You do Instagram, Twitter?
I mean, I do pictures with my girl, but that's it.
Right. Did you do a picture with her, with Summer that day?
Nah, she was just taking a video.
Candace was.
Yeah.
Okay.
She took a whole video of all of us over there.
Okay. Who's all of us?
Me, her mom, and someone.
Got it.
We never saw her mom in that video. I just want to clarify that.
So mom gets out of the car at some point?
Yeah, at some point. I don't even know what point that is.
Okay, that's cool.
So he's stating, because Candace, this is another issue with the statement Candace made. She said that they all got out of the car. She had her mom's hand on her shoulder, walked her down that embankment, which it drops quite a bit, and that they were all standing at the water's edge. Hunter is saying, no, that's not what happened. You know, they walked down there, got Summer in the water, and went back to the vehicles and were playing on their phones, watching TikTok, watching Facebook at the vehicles.
She just gets out the car when she's done with the phone, and then they tell me about that water park.
Okay, so you see a point where Summer is underwater.
For like 10 to 15 seconds.
He's saying 10 to 15 seconds, but I want to tell you guys again, it takes 30 seconds to get from the parking lot to that water hole. And that's just the edge. That's not even into the water.
Okay, walk me through that.
And so I go in calm as heck because I know she might just be messing around.
Did you think she was injured?
No,
Could she have been?
She could have been.
So he even acknowledges she could have been injured at this point when she was underwater.
I mean,
Help me understand that.
I mean, she could have been when she got back into the car, like how the water gets through your lungs and everything else.
Okay.
And how she was in the hot car while they went to the stores and everything.
Okay, so let's go from the moment you see her, and what did you do?
I just throw my shirt down and just threw myself into that water to see if she.
He threw his shirt down and threw himself into the water. Now, this doesn't sound like something that only happened 10 or 15 seconds, because the act of just taking off your shirt to put down is several seconds. So, I mean, we're really listening here. We're really listening to what happened at that water hole.
She's okay.
Okay, so you got scared.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
He's talking about being scared. That doesn't sound like a child that has only been underwater just a few seconds.
Walk me through those emotions.
I was just like, I don't really get scared or nothing, to be honest. I just get a little bit like spooked.
Got it.
Spooked.
Okay.
Like, how do I put that? Like, spooked. Like, I get a little bit like shook for a second.
Right.
That's it.
Okay. She got nervous.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
And so he's playing around with words, Hunter is right here. He's playing around with words to try to make what's going on less. He's trying to say, well, I wasn't scared, but I was shook. Shook is worrisome. Shook is worrisome. To be shook, you have to be concerned. You can't be shook if it's blah, blah, right? So.
And did you call her?
Yeah, I was like, Summer, but I don't know if you can hear underwater.
So he's here. Now, remember, he said he was at the vehicle, all the way at the vehicle. He noticed that she hadn't popped up for 10 or 15 seconds. It takes 30 seconds to get to the water. He takes off his shirt. Now he's inside the water. He's out there hollering, Summer, if you hear me, can you hear me? So now you're talking, if you're wanting to put the pieces together here, you're talking about a full minute at this point, a full minute. And he's in there screaming, Summer, can you hear me? Can you hear me? That doesn't sound like a child that's been under water for a split second. These are the reasons why we came to the conclusion that we came to. Could that have changed? Of course it could have. But this is what we went off of when we were going out there. These were the statements that we were listening to before we made our first trip to Rogersville, Tennessee. And again, this is not sounding very good. This is not sounding like something insignificant.
So can you see her underwater?
No, yeah, you can see her. I can see her. It's just that.
And he's saying he can see her underwater. Well, if you can see her underwater, why are you hollering in the water? Summer, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I was wanting to make sure that she was okay.
Got it. Straight up. And what happened?
I just pull her up, bring her over my shoulders. I say, are you okay?
Now he's pulling her up out of the water and putting her over his shoulder. So, again, how is this a child that's only been underwater for 10 or 15 seconds? These are very concerning words I'm listening to, and you're going to listen to him distance himself from problems after he speaks these words. You're going to start hearing him change a little bit with his analysis of what happened. Stay tuned.
She goes, yeah.
Did she spit up water or anything?
She did spit up water.
Was she laughing?
She was just laughing, yeah.
Okay.
I was just saying because after the effect of that, because it was a short period of time before they dropped me off that she said that she was missing.
Got it. Straight up. So,
boom. It was a short period of time after they dropped me off that she called him to tell him she was missing. And she is being referred as Summer. So Candace, it was just a short time after Candace dropped him off that Candace called Hunter to tell Hunter that Summer Wells, was missing. A short time. He was dropped off at home at 2:30. Again, this is where the clarity of who did Candace call first? Did she call Hunter first? Did she call Don first? Or did she call law enforcement first? There it is, right there. And now, again, you're going to hear him further in this conversation start backtracking on these statements that he said off the top of his mind and truthfully. Because you're not seeing any deception. Now, granted, I can't see his face, but I'm watching his hands. And while he is picking at the table, that's showing nervousness. But as quickly as he's speaking these things out, he spoke them truthfully so quickly. Now he's got to clean some of that back up. So stay tuned.
in that moment where she's in the water, How much time do you think, just a guesstimate, between the moment you saw her underwater and the moment you got her up out of the water?
At least like 4 seconds.
Okay, 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So
That's impossible. 1, 2, 3, 4. It takes 30 seconds, at least 30 seconds, to walk from the vehicle. Now remember, he didn't say he ran over there. He said he walked casually walked. I casually walked from the parking lot to the water hole, 30 seconds.
what was Candace doing when Summer was under the water?
Talking to her mom.
And what was the
So Candace and Mom are still up there chit-chatting while Hunter sees this situation going on in the water. He goes out there to check on it. Grandma and Mom are still at the vehicle with no worry in the world.
grandma doing?
Talking back, looking for flowers.
What do you mean?
She always picks flowers everywhere she goes, or rocks.
So are they looking for flowers?
No, she was talking about there were flowers one day that she wanted, that they were there. I guess they go there every time now. I don't know.
Okay.
But them flowers, she said that they were very pretty flowers and that she wished she could pick some of them.
Okay.
I guess that was what they was talking about before I went to go grab her.
This is what sounds scripted. They're at the vehicle, but all of a sudden they levitate and are in a field of flowers. I'm sorry. It just now now I'm being facetious. I'm exaggerating, but that it just doesn't make sense to me why they would be at the vehicle when all this commotion is going on. He picks up Summer and they're picking flowers. It just doesn't jive with me. It just doesn't jive.
Okay. But then you noticed Summer.
Yeah.
Were you concentrating on Summer?
Yeah.
While drinking the tea?
Yeah, I was staying focused on her mainly.
So you're kind of like the lifeguard.
Yeah.
Am I wrong, or correct?
You're correct. You're correct.
Okay.
I pay attention. I might not see. I could be staring that way, but still see you.
Got it. I do the same thing. Okay.
I just keep an eye on what I observe things more often than people do.
You're street smart.
Yeah.
You're wise, because you never know, right?
That's why I've noticed that before you even told me.
I know. Somebody could walk up on you and boom, next thing you know it, right? Right. So you're watching her. She's underwater or goes underwater. Did you see her go underwater?
No, I didn't see her go underwater because she was showing me a TikTok that she done with the dogs and the dirt bikes.
Got it. Candace was.
Yeah.
So your focus.
So he has no idea how long this baby was underwater. And again, by the time he did realize she was underwater, it takes him 30 seconds to get to the water hole, a few seconds to get his shirt off, to go in there, holler in the water, that filthy, dark water, asking, "Hey, Summer, where are you? Where are you?" And then when Chris McDonough asks him whether or not he knows how long she's been underwater or if she's seen him go underwater, he says no.
Was on the TikTok that
Candace there, but then when I turned my eye that way, I just seen that. I don't know how long she could have been under there for, but I just seen her under the water and I didn't see her come back up, so
okay,
kind of shook me. So I was gonna go see if she was okay.
So you went in.
Yeah.
Okay. You went in to rescue her.
It could have been longer. It could have been.
And he's picking up on that. Chris is picking up on that. He's trying to get him to acknowledge that something more nefarious happened at that water hole, that it wasn't just that she went under and she was playing. He's asking him, so you went to save her.
Shorter, she could have just went under there at that point.
Right.
I don't know.
So you went in to rescue her.
See if she was okay, yeah.
And did you get her out?
And he says yes, to see if she was okay, yes. So he's acknowledging that he went in there to rescue her.
Oh.
Yeah, I got her out.
Okay.
And then not even 15 minutes later, we went to
15 minutes later. It makes you wonder what was going on in that 15 minutes after he pulls that baby out of the water.
Grab that prescription that she needed.
Okay. How was she when she got out? Did she walk back to the car?
Yeah, she would walk back to the car.
She was walked back to the car. It doesn't sound like she walked by herself, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Again, none of us were there. We're just going off of his testimony here, his information, his side of the story.
She seemed normal?
She just seemed perfectly fine.
Okay. She seemed like Summer?
Yeah. Mainly.
Did it seem like there was anything wrong with her being under that water?
Not really, but you got to think as a little kid swimming, it can tire you out easily.
True.
So I don't know if she could have been sleeping when they dropped me off because I thought she was awake.
Okay. So from the water hole now, or I'll call it a water hole.
From the water hole,
Where do you go?
we go to this thing called Hippie House.
Hippie house?
And they sell like THC, CBD, the vapes.
Got it. So she's going to cop like another vape, or is she buying CBD?
She was gonna go in there to see what was in there because it just had opened.
Okay, so you get there to that house.
I can tell you, I personally went inside of the hippie house. If you guys want to go back and watch the video, it has been uploaded. It was uploaded a month or so ago. And I can tell you that the hippie house does not have Skittles vapes inside. They had very limited vapes. The store was more in line with, actually, let me just see if I can pull it up here. And I'll show you what the hippie house looked like. We're just going to take so we're at 2836 on that one, which is probably going to screw this up. Won't open two at once, so.
It's called the hippie house?
Yeah, it's literally, so you know how you come up from, what's it called? The Warriors?
Yeah.
You know how you come up, there's like a few places on the side here, there.
Yes, sir.
There's a hippie house, like, they used to go to this one. It's
Okay.
It's another tobacco store. I don't know who it is. That's probably one of the neighbors. It's another tobacco store.
Okay.
But she used to go to it. It's down there.
Right.
Mom, where's that tobacco store?
That's 22.
No, not that one. The other one.
Hippie house.
Not the hippie house. The tobacco store.
Thanks, Grandma.
Down by Warriors.
I don't know the name of that one.
No, which one I'm talking about? The white one.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll find it.
But
So what is she? Did you go in?
No, I can't go in. I'm under.
Well, who went in?
Her and her mother.
And that left you in Summer.
Yeah.
Was she talking to you?
Because I would have the phone here and I would make her sweat there. Because I don't really watch TikTok. I don't really like to do anything with camera on.
What was Summer talking about?
She was talking about, LOLs. Because she likes to do thing. Her mom was talking about she done grew out of Frozen. Now she wants all these LOLs.
What's LOL? Laugh out loud?
Yeah, they're like little surprise dolls.
Little dolls.
Okay. Which ones was she watching?
She was just watching. I can remember it. No, she wasn't doing that. I was just saying she was talking about that.
Got it.
But she was mainly watching Poppets.
Okay.
I'll show you what that is, because we got one.
Oh, Poppets. You can see why somebody would be involved in this thing.
Yeah, I
Right
just
here.
mess with them because I have impulsive ADHD.
Okay, so she likes these.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of her favorite toys?
Not even.
No, it's something that she just got into.
Got it.
Because she was scrolling through that. I told you Miss Johnny May was fixing to leave. All right, now
What's Johnny was over there?
let's go.
So she likes these?
Yeah.
Okay, and they're in the CBD store. How long were they in there?
Like 5 minutes tops.
Okay. And then what happened?
And then she came out with two babes. She came out with hers and then another one she gave me.
She gave you one.
Mm-hmm.
Another one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what? What took place then?
And then we went to grab that prescription.
That's when you went to the prescription
Yes.
at Walgreens because it was ready.
Yeah.
Okay. How long do you think it took for that prescription to get ready?
They said 35 minutes.
Okay.
So we could have that could have all took 35 minutes or more.
Okay. And then what happened when did somebody go into the store or did you go through drive-through again?
Drive-through again.
And where are you sitting at this point?
The same. Well, I was sitting in the middle because she was the person that was wet, and so she had a pillow under her.
Got it. So she's sitting on a pillow.
Mm-hmm.
The baby is.
Yeah.
Summer. Okay. Where's that pillow now? Do you know?
The pillow now?
Yeah, the pillow.
I don't even know. I haven't been up to their house in like over a year, to be honest with you.
No, that's cool. So from there, where do you guys go?
From there, we go to Sonic.
Where?
Sonic.
Sonic? And what did you get at Sonic?
Slushies. Like a blueberry slushie.
Okay.
She got some purple one. Her mother got an orange one, and Summer got the same blueberry one.
So they bought a.
So this is interesting because Candace was adamant that Summer got the grape slushie. So, it sounds insignificant, but all these little details, these fine details, and whether they change matter. It matters. It really does.
Slushie at Sonic.
The one down, not by your Walmart, but the other one.
Okay. So now where's that Sonic at?
Fort Henry Drive.
Okay, got it.
Before Walmart.
Okay, so from there, did you drink? Did they eat them there? Did you guys eat them there?
No, we ate them on the way to Priceless.
Okay.
Actually, Jax, that's not true. According to Candace interview at the water hole, or maybe it was at her house, she discussed the pillow and says the reason why they put the pillow under Summer when she's wet is because her mother, Grandis, hates wet seats. And my thing is, with all that dirt and grime everywhere in every aspect of their life, who gives a darn about a small wet butt on your crappy vehicle interior? So Candace actually acknowledged the pillow and actually acknowledged that that Summer sat on the pillow because she was wet.
Okay, so you eat the slushes all the way to, what's it called? Priceless. Okay, where's that at?
Ask her. I really don't do good with
Do you know where that's at, Miss? Okay.
It's the one that she goes to by the liquor store.
Okay.
It's down.
It's down before you hit her.
That is a great point, Alicia. Hunter would have been wet too. Remember, he got into the water to go rescue Summer. So, why wasn't he required to? And where were the towels? I mean, we didn't hear of any towels. Her being dried off, him being dried off, nothing.
Road.
It's like almost across from J&J Auto.
Okay. And then
No, that's one.
who goes into the store?
Her and her mother again.
Okay, so Candace and her mom go in the store again. And that left you and Summer in the car.
Yeah.
And what are you guys doing?
Just still watching TikToks, listening to music. I mean, just sitting there watching TikToks mainly.
Is she lethargic? Is she, do you notice anything unusual about her?
I didn't know. I just seen that her hair was cut. That was it.
Yeah, but when did you notice that, right?
That was like when we first saw her.
Right, when you first, right. I mean, but at that moment, are you noticing anything unusual going down?
Not really.
Okay, when you say not really, what does that mean?
Like, not in general, no.
And then what?
So he's trying to get Hunter to acknowledge the condition of Summer, and he's being very vague in his response. Not really, no. He's not saying an absolute no here. And if you didn't see anything wrong with a child after the water hole, why isn't it no? She acted normal. Period. He's very vague in his responding to Summer's condition at this point when they're at Priceless. Let's continue.
What happens from there?
From there, I think they was in the store for an hour, maybe.
Okay, they were in the store for a long time.
Yeah, a little bit long, but not that long.
Again, another inconsistency with Candace. But again, I believe Hunter in this aspect, and here's why. Because Candace said she was only in the store for 5 minutes, grabbed some milk and cheese and some other small items. 5 minutes, in and out, she was back to the truck. But when they got home, if you recall, she stated, Candace did, that she went into the house to get the boys to help with groceries. And I brought it up when we went over the water hole and the information when we aired the around the house when Chris was around her home and went inside her home, the conversations that they had at that time. And it never made sense to me why it took, 6 people to unload groceries, which only consisted of milk, cheese, and some minor other things. Her being in that store for an hour and getting groceries and filling up that back bed makes more sense than they only went in there for 5 minutes. So that is why I do believe what Hunter is saying here, because there is no way the little bit of items that Candace stated she bought from the store would require 6 people to unload from their truck. Yeah, she only had a handful. That's what she stated. But again, she also stated in the very same sentence that she went into the house to have the boys help unload the groceries. Why would the boys need to come out and help unload the groceries when it's just a handful of items? It didn't make sense. So clearly, Candace was not being forthcoming with, one, how long she was in that store. Why would she lie about that? It makes you wonder. And 2, what she bought from that store. Again, she lied, and it makes you wonder why. Why did she lie? Why did she lie about this very detail? It seems very insignificant whether she was in the store for 5 minutes or in the store for an hour. Maybe it's because, Summer may have been in a declining state. We don't know. We truly do not know what transpired. But I can tell you that I don't believe that she was in the grocery store for only 5 minutes.
What did they get?
So they got groceries for the house. I don't know what all they got. All I seen was what was beside of us, the milks.
Okay. And where did the orange soda come from?
The orange
Next
soda.
to Summer on the seat.
The orange soda. I'm really trying to think on that one. I forgot there was orange soda.
There is an orange soda on the seat in the TikTok video.
TikTok video.
Yeah, and the video that somebody took of her in the car.
There was also Skittles or something, some kind of candy.
And then what about the candy on the seat?
That was her candy. Because her grandma done bought it for her in the store.
Okay, so.
And so, if you recall, this is another weird issue I have. Candace and Grandis said that bag of Skittles was there prior. Hunter is alleging here that Grandma purchased the Skittles for Summer this day. It does seem like the bag didn't look like it had been bleached from the sun, like it had been sitting there for a few days or anything like that. It looked like a brand new bag of Skittles. But what I don't understand is if Grandis purchased this candy for Summer that day, why did everybody say those were previously in the car? And at what point, because nobody has alleged, not Hunter, not Candace, not Grandis, when Grandis ever got out of the car to go into the store outside of Priceless. So were these Skittles purchased at Priceless or prior to? These are inconsistencies in the story. As minor as they may be, inconsistencies are inconsistencies. And I'm sorry, the truth is the truth no matter how many times you tell it. You don't have these inconsistent statements in the truth. You just don't.
So from there, now you have this, they come back to the car. Where's the milk come in?
The milk. Oh, when they had to put everything in the bed of the truck. Like the back of the truck. Mm-hmm. I call it a truck bed because it is a truck bed.
Okay. But there's a picture of Summer leaning against the milk bottles.
Yeah, they put them there. Well, I think I put them there in the middle because there's no room on the other side of me.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I put them there because she was sitting by the window, and then...
Was she sleeping?
No, she wasn't even sleeping at the time.
Okay.
I just set them in the middle because if they were to fall and spill, it would be on me, and I don't feel like cleaning up no truck mess.
Okay. It looks like she's against the door, though, in that picture.
I wasn't there when that picture was took.
Oh, okay. When did they take that picture? Do you know?
I have no
I
idea.
believe the one with the milk jugs was sitting right here in front of my house because that's exactly how that baby was before they left.
Okay. Well, when you were in the car, where'd they put the milk?
Well, they gave it to me.
They gave it to you.
Not to keep, but
to put it away.
Yeah.
And where did you put it?
I had it sitting on my lap until we got out the car.
Got it. And out here?
Yeah, out here.
Okay.
And she pulled up like a truck now, like Rick's out right now.
Right.
But the opposite around.
Got it. So it's facing that way.
Yeah.
And you're getting out on this side. And where do you put the milk?
I set them in the middle because Summer had to. Did she even get out the car or did I? I thought she got out the car too. I don't remember that.
Okay. At some point, how did the milk bottles get on the other side of her? Do you know?
I have no idea then because she said that she was sleeping on the door. But when I got out the car, she wasn't even at the door. She was in the middle.
Was she sleeping on you?
Nah.
Was she asleep?
I didn't even see her asleep. I just got out the car because she wanted to talk to her.
Okay. Got it.
About that thing for that.
So this is the issue I have, and it comes back, we're talking about this script, so to speak, right? And these are the fine details that must not have been discussed in the script because he's having a hard time answering questions related to his own conduct. And that's a little concerning. Now, again, a lot of people in here are saying that they believe Hunter is lying and all this. A lot of the stuff in here, I do believe some of it is truthful, and I do believe some of it is not truthful. But even if it isn't truthful, why? Is this what Candace made him say? And I say made him say because if he was being abused by Candace in any way, she would have a hold on him and be able to manipulate him into helping her. So, there are some nuances, and I don't want to, again, victim shame, because I truly believe Hunter is a victim of Candace and Don, for a matter of fact. This whole family is a victim. But Hunter is definitely a victim. And victims can be manipulated into doing things. So, I just want to threaten him probably. We're going to get to that here in just a second. Do I believe that he was threatened? I do. Do I have evidence of that? I do not. That is my opinion. That is my speculation. But it's speculation based upon statements you're about to hear.
Friday, the water park.
Got it. But where's Summer?
She was still in the middle. I wasn't really paying attention to her, to be honest.
Okay. Okay, that's cool.
I wasn't even paying attention at that point. I just wanted to go inside. We wanted my girl to come over a little bit. That's
Sure.
the whole point.
Is Summer hurt by this point, you think? From the water?
I mean, she could have been. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention to her.
Do you hear that? She could have been. I really wasn't paying attention to her. So, if you really believe this child was not injured at that water hole, why wouldn't the answer be she's fine? She was fine. When she walked back to the car, she was fine. This whole time, she was fine. You don't have that doubt in your mind. And it sounds to me like he has doubt as to the condition of Summer Wells at this time. It does.
Then what happens when you get out of the car?
When I get out the car, when I get out the car, I go to the front because she had to hand me that other vape that she gave me.
Got it.
And then I showed Mom at that door.
Okay.
And that was it.
Okay. And this is when you saw Summer in the back. How did the milk get rearranged?
I have no idea. I mean, I could have said I'm there when I got out the car.
That's fine.
But I'm telling you now, I really don't remember anything but talking to her.
Got it.
At that point.
No problem. What do you think, Miss Allison? How's that milk get rearranged?
I don't know. That milk was there when they pulled up like that.
Okay, but Hunter had the milk in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle.
And so now the milk's on the other side of Summer. How does that happen?
I don't know.
I don't either. And that's why I'm asking.
I don't even remember how I got out the car. That's the funny part.
That's fine. That's
I
fine.
thought I was totally sitting in the middle the entire time, but I guess not.
Now, did Candace then, let's fast forward. Well,
It's almost he's realizing that the script that he's following is not making sense. And he is, changing or realizing it and making corrections on the fly with Chris McDonough. That's just my opinion about this. I don't know what your opinions are about this. Please tell me your thoughts in the chat right now. What you feel is truthful, what you feel isn't truthful. Not everything he's saying is not truthful. So if you guys just absolutely do not believe, I always talk on my channel about the truth in every single lie. There is a truth there that helps make that lie and makes that lie convincible. So, I'm not calling Hunter a liar. I believe he was guided. I believe he was scripted. And I believe he's stumbling on some of that script because he's realizing as he's saying it, it's not sounding right and doesn't make sense as he's telling the script.
we'll come back to that later. There's going to be a lot of questions about that, though. I'll give you a heads up, okay?
So he's actually guiding the mom. Chris McDonough is saying, without saying it, because he's so good at his craft, he's calling BS. He's telling mom, look, he needs to work on his story because his story's not making sense. These are what he's saying without saying it. And he's letting mom know that these are questions he's going to have to answer. He's going to have to answer truthfully. So you may want to work on it. You may want to work on it. And that's never good when you're hearing from a seasoned detective, right? It's never good.
A lot of folks are going to ask about, well, how'd that happen? Okay. So I'm just giving you, a heads up on that. Okay. Just so you know. Okay.
Got you.
Now, straight up though, from there now, you're here.
Mm-hmm.
When's the next time Candace contacts you?
Around 7:30 that day.
That night. And where were you at that time?
I was over at the park.
Now remember, he just said just a few minutes previously that it was shortly after he was dropped home that Candace called him to tell him that Summer was missing. Now he's back on the script and he's basically, we're going to listen to his answer to this question because again, Chris asks the same question different ways multiple times to find out if the answers change or if they stay the same. In this case, it changed.
In Bristol with my girl.
Hanging out with your girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And what happens? Tell me about that.
So she called me saying that Summer's missing.
Okay.
I thought she's pulling a leg because she's known to do that.
Okay. Why would she mess around with her daughter missing though? What struck you about that?
I mean, it's just, we explain how she does when she gets drunk.
How she does when she gets drunk. So this is not the first time Candace has gotten tatered up and called somebody, cried wolf to get attention. And here he is talking to her and doesn't believe her because he believes she's intoxicated and under the influence. And therefore, he's having a hard time believing that Summer's missing. So let's get here. Let's listen.
She tends to, but she gets drunk and high at the same time.
Yep.
She tends to think.
Drunk and high. Now, how does a 15-year-old boy know that an adult is getting drunk and high unless they're getting drunk and high? Again, this comes back to our Tennessee Department of Children's Services the definition of the work guide and the definition of abuse and neglect. And part of that is drug exposure. Part of that is drug exposure, right? And I'd have to say that check. Remember, we went through all this stuff the other day. Check, and we've been going through this sheet. The sheet stays on my desk about these things because I need it to pull in here and there. This is another one. So we have drug exposure, and I want to read that to everybody here in attendance, what that looks like and what the Department of Children and Families define it as, because it's important. So all allegations pertaining to a person under the age of 18 who has been exposed or experienced withdrawal from use, sale, manufacture of drugs, chemical substance, including but not limited to alcohol and cannabis, hallucinogens, stimulants, sedatives, narcotics, methamphetamines, heroin, and inhalants, that could adversely affect a child's physical, mental, or emotional function. So again, this is not just the hard stuff. This is also pertains to alcohol as well as marijuana when defining whether a child has been exposed to drugs. And he's obviously realizes that she doesn't just do alcohol, but she also gets high as well. High on what? I'm curious. I wish Chris would have asked him that. What kind of drugs he knows that she does. A missed opportunity, but he may have done that intentionally. I don't know what his mind thought is and his processes are at this stage in the game. So let's just continue to listen.
That she loses the kids, but they're out front in the yard. That's what I was thinking.
Got it. So this is something that's happened in the past?
No, she hasn't went missing. It's just that she got high and drunk and forgot that someone was outside.
Got it. Straight up. What did she tell you?
She got high and drunk and forgot about Summer. I mean, dude, you guys can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. And it's very upsetting to me that these parents have not been yet charged with any charges unrelated to the disappearance of Summer Wells. You would think at this stage in the game, they would be looking, law enforcement would be looking, and prosecutors would be looking for low-hanging fruit of what they can go ahead and charge them with right now to get them both behind bars until they get the other portion, the disappearance and what happened to Summer, figured out. You would think you would want those people away from being able to obstruct justice, tamper with evidence, interfere with an investigation. You would want the potential perpetrators, and even if they weren't the perpetrators of this crime, they caused this to happen because of their lifestyle and how they lived, and they should have to be held accountable and responsible for that. And so far, they have been left not dealing with any of these issues, not dealing with any of the violations of laws that they have committed. They are just getting a free pass right now, and I can't figure out why. I really can't figure out why.
She was like, Summer's missing. So I was just like, okay, well, why don't you just go look outside? She says, I have been. She ain't there. I said, well, call Allie then, because I don't know if she's still pulling a leg. Because if I tell her to call Allie, she'll call me back.
And Don, just to clarify, that's not true. CPS does make scheduled visits. And if you recall with Jose's statement, they had an unscheduled visit that came to the house, and it may have been more than one time. And Candace refused to answer the door or open the door or acknowledge that they were even inside the house at that time. And we don't know how many times CPS did just drop by. They may had no choice but to have called them to schedule a visit, because every time they came by that house, no one would answer the door. So just, some background information. My best friend she's taking care of her grandchildren right now. There are scheduled visits. There's unscheduled visits as well, but they are scheduled visits.
And then I'll call mom, be like, did she tell you this? Or was she just messing around?
Got it. So you call your mom
Yeah, I call her on Facebook after she picks up.
and gave her a heads up that
Candace was going to call.
Candace going to call her and tell her that Summer's missing. Straight up. So at that point, does she call you again? Just that night?
Nah, she called me the next day saying that she's sitting in the police station.
She's sitting in the police station?
Yeah.
And what is she?
My question is why is it so important? Now think about this. You have a missing child, okay? A missing child. You're sitting at a police station. Why are you calling a 15-year-old boy while you're at the police station, giving him a heads up on what's going on? That doesn't make sense to me. Because if I had a missing child, the last thing I could care less about is anybody else but my missing child. And I think this has been our problem out the gate with Candace and Candace's behavior. She's never once considered Summer. She's worried about everyone else. And still to this day, guess what? She's worried about everyone else than her own children. She's not trying to get any of her children back. She's not getting search parties together, never has gotten search parties together to go find Summer. Always speaks about Summer in the past tense. These things are not adding up, folks. They're just not. And as hard as Hunter's trying to keep it together, there's some fractures in his statement as well. And I have to think that it was coerced by Candace upon him. I do. I think these people are just bad people. I think that they have been grooming children on top of that mountain for many years. I think this is a sick, twisted story. And I think it's not just Dawn that has issues, but it's also Candace.
Say about that?
She says they want to do another polygraph test on her.
Another polygraph test?
Yeah.
How many polygraph tests did they?
So she's acknowledging she couldn't take a polygraph. And actually, I don't even know. Let's go back and listen to that again, because she may have failed the first polygraph. And remember, we found out that she's got a whole week after that to get it right.
At that point, does she call you again? Just that night?
Nah, she called me the next day saying that she's sitting in the police station.
She's sitting in the police station?
Yeah.
And what does she say about that?
She says they want to do another polygraph test on her.
Another polygraph test?
Yeah.
How many polygraph tests did they do that you know of?
I just know two.
Two? And how did she do on those polygraphs? Did she tell you?
She did not tell me. She just said she had to do that, and I just ignored her the rest of the time.
Okay.
Because they told me not to even get contact of her.
Got it. The police told you don't contact her.
No, the TBI told me.
TBI, don't.
So if TBI is told this young man not to speak to Candace anymore, you bet your bottom dollar that they told Candace not to reach out to him. Yet here she is violating a direct order from law enforcement and reaching out to Hunter, not once, but twice, and potentially 3 different separate occasions.
Don't contact her.
Well, it's some funny crap how they tell me, I'm not dissing him or nothing, I'm just saying how they tell me that I'm going to get my phone that Monday afternoon, and it's been almost 2 months straight now.
Okay.
It's been a month.
Okay. Well, they're just trying to line up your story.
I understand that.
And that's important, right? I mean, you know that.
Yeah, it's just that.
For Summer.
I gave them all the proof that would line up the story.
I totally agree. Okay. But at the same time, the investigation's fluid.
Yeah, that's
okay.
facts.
So I know where your heart is for Summer. And so as a result of that, you know, they're going to hold on to that phone and they're going to connect all those dots. And that's the right thing to do, right? Would you agree with that? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that said now, she contacts you again, says she's at the police station, has to take another polygraph.
And then she shows up the next day.
The next day she shows up where?
Here, this is not.
Well, let's see, you were interviewed by TBI on Wednesday. She came here Thursday.
So 2 days after or a day after?
2 days after.
And then what happened when she got here?
She got here. She was like telling me how she talked to them and was like, don't mention about the alcohol, but I didn't mention.
Did she say what she told them?
No, but she started asking me. I just said, I just told him.
So now she's actually interrogating. She comes back all the way to his house. Her daughter is missing. Her daughter is nowhere to be found. She was at the police station. She had to provide a polygraph, and obviously it was more than one polygraph because she was talking about how she had to redo the polygraph a second time. This is at the beginning. We found out from Candace in her own statement that she passed the polygraph test the day, going into week 2. So it's possible she's had to do 3 different separate polygraphs, guys. It is possible. We don't know. Law enforcement's not telling us. But we do know that when she actually did pass her polygraph test and it was going into the week 2 of Summer missing is when she actually passed the polygraph. So it's, this, and not only that, she leaves the police station, goes home, and goes directly to Hunter's house to interrogate him on what he said to law enforcement. And it specifically said, don't tell them about the alcohol. So it's a little suspicious to me.
Happened on the timeline.
And what did she say?
She said, okay, that better be it. I said, you didn't even scare me.
So he's acknowledging that Candace is trying to intimidate him. You don't scare me. This is not conduct of a woman that's missing her 5-year-old child. Who gives a darn what anybody else has to say? Your daughter is missing. Your concern should be trying to get searches out there, we see all these families in these situations. And the ones that are out there present and trying to get search parties together and things like that, that their heart is in the right place. But then you got people like the West and people like the Wells that don't do anything. They sit on their duff and do absolutely nothing and think that that's okay.
Why would she try to scare you?
That's what I'm saying. Why was she trying to even ask questions about it?
What's your gut feeling?
My gut feeling is that she had something to do with it. But then when all of this happened...
He even acknowledged Hunter believes that Candace has something to do with this. These are all the inner people in the Wells life. These are all the people that knows these parents better than anybody else. And everybody in this case that stood with them has now backed away, blocked them, don't want anything to do with them. And there is a reason. Because nobody is buying the Wells BS that they had nothing to do with the disappearance of their own child.
She just wanted the money in the end because I'm not going to say names, but one of Red's friends, my girlfriend's mother's friends, was on Beach Creek just riding around, and she seen, as soon as someone posted a $25,000 reward, she seen her car, Candace's car, zooming down the road to the Hawkins County Police Station.
So what? What does that mean?
She supposedly the next day they gave, it was on Facebook that it was a tip.
Got it.
I was gonna say, if that was my daughter, I would have everything to do with it. I wouldn't be sitting at the house trying to get money, trying to just collect dust. I'm gonna be sitting there doing everything in my power.
What do you think happened to?
You hear that? This kid's got it. He's got it. So, a lot of people said that, maybe he knows more. Maybe, it is possible that something happened at that water hole and Candace told him if he says anything to anyone, he's going to be held responsible because he should have been watching her and he was not. We don't know what's been said to Hunter. We don't know what's gone on behind the scenes. We just don't know.
Summer.
To be honest with you, her grandma was out of her mind. Like, you guys, them. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying they have to be in the camera.
Understand.
But I'm saying you can ask them that her mother's usually grumpy, controlling, like a regular grandma, like her. I'm not trying to be mean.
See, he's catching himself. He's saying too much and then he downplays it. He downplays a lot. in this whole interview. It's like he tells the truth, realizes how bad it sounds, and then he downplays it.
But you know how grandmas can be, like grumpy, controlling, trying to run everything.
What do you think should happen to the person that did this to Summer?
Person that did this, they should be locked up for a very long time.
Why do you say that?
Because I was like, that's like my little sister. And I say that because she's just not the type of girl to go from the swing that's up there.
Okay. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you think is important that you would want to tell, to get your side of the story out here?
I mean, I would say this, but I don't care if the camera's on or not.
No, the camera's on.
I don't really care, to be honest, with the camera. But the second day she came, she went to the car either to grab something or something, but I grabbed her phone because I want to see if she had anything to hide. Like you said, I'm street smart. I'm very observant.
Yes, you are.
Like, I would notice anything. Like, you wouldn't even have to tell me. I still notice the mic on you.
Right. No, I respect that.
It's just how I am. It's just, if you don't leave something on the table, I know that you probably got something to hide because the way you're acting.
Yep.
And the way you call me, of course, I'm going to look through your phone.
Sure.
So she goes through her car, goes on the other side. I act like I'm grabbing my phone because they're just about the same.
Right. So you play it like.
So I put mine where hers was.
Got it.
And so I grabbed her phone. And see, I'm good with tech. I know where everything you can hide is. And so I went through her Google Photos, if that's what you want to call it.
Okay.
The gallery part.
Okay.
And so where you can delete things, they don't just delete, they go to your trash. I don't know if people know that or not, but they go to your trash.
Okay.
I know that because I mess around with it.
I believe you got to remember that the reason why he's looking at her phone is because this is now 2 days after Summer went missing. And I think he's probably getting the inclination with her, one, calling him from the police station when she should be concerned about her child. She's calling him, directing him not to tell law enforcement certain aspects of the day. And also now that she's showing up at his house, wanting to know, interrogating him on what he told TBI and Hawkins County Sheriff. I think those things in anybody's mind would have raised red flags and alarm bells and say, maybe this is not right. Maybe I just need to see what's going on. So there is that potential as to why he didn't trust her and why he wanted to look at the phone. Again, that's just speculation. I have no proof of that. It's just my opinion.
We check every day.
Right. You need to go into IT, bro. Right there. Go ahead.
And so when I looked in there, I seen 13 messages between her and her drug. I'm going to say drug dealer because he is. I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to name his name, but yeah, all I seen was the first message before she started walking up to the mailbox to get up here is that it was done, and I was going to read the next message of what she said. And she just started running up here, and I had literally slid my phone in my pocket and just put hers there. It's like, she asked me if I went through her phone. I said, no, why? Because I cleared it all out before she can get up here.
Did you tell TBI all this?
Yeah, I told them.
Okay. And they told you to keep it quiet on this piece?
They didn't tell me to really keep anything quiet.
Okay.
It's just that I'm not allowed to go on, like, lives without her, like, international television.
Right. Okay. Yeah, don't lie.
It's not
No,
my permission.
Yeah, no, straight up. You don't want that, Hunter, right? Because then everybody's going to put, they're going to put a lot on you. You know what I mean? You don't want that. So what was your gut feeling when you read that it's done?
My gut feeling was that either they had something to do with it.
Who's they?
Her.
Okay.
Or it was all of them together, like every single one of them in a family.
Where do you think Don was at work that day?
From what I've heard from the TBI, he was not at work.
No, I'm not talking about from TBI, what you know.
But what I know is that I thought he was at work because I used to work with him. I ain't gonna lie, I used to work with him on houses.
Okay, and what did TBI tell you then at that point?
Well, I was like, I asked him if he was at work.
What they say?
They said that the people, they did not clarify.
Okay, so they didn't verify it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't mean he wasn't. They just didn't verify it, right? Potentially.
No, they called up and asked to see if he was.
Why would they want to hurt Summer?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I mean, I really don't, because Summer doesn't really do nothing but just like mess around like I do. I like to mess around with people.
Okay.
So another concern with this is that, law enforcement couldn't confirm that Don Wells was at work at the time. And so that's a concern for me as well. Was he at work? Was he not? Earlier in the day, Candace told Hunter that the boys were working with their father. Some point in the day, Don calls Candace and says somebody's trying to play with the boys. And the boys are at home when Candace gets there, which has all the hallmarks that Don was home. And we also know that Don left work every day around 3:30. And depending on where his job location was, he would be home anywhere between 4 and 4:30. So we didn't hear of any calls going out of that house until 6:30 when she called law enforcement. So it makes you wonder, there's 3 hours there 2 hours there from 4:30 to 6:30. What happened in those 2 hours? Because it's starting to be apparent that Don Wells very well could have been home at this time. He very well could have been.
Any other things you can think of?
Not really.
Have I treated with respect?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not an old man.
And before I go and pipe it down, I just wanted to, if I can get this mouse over here. The mouse is not working again. There we go. Hopefully it's working. Nope. There we go. It'll open. It's thinking. Here we go. Those are bongs, bowls, and other products sold there.
Yeah. You guys have vapes?
No vape products there, but very limited vape products. I mean, I shouldn't say no, there's very limited vape products there. Nicotine vape products.
We have all disposable vapes. We don't have any like juice to put into like a box or anything like that. So we have ones like this that you just like here.
Oh, you have a ladies' room?
No.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. And
How about you go with that and
They have more clothes than they have vape products. That is not a place you go for nicotine vape.
Hello. All right. So what kind of vapes? Here, Mom. Yeah. Do you guys have like menthol? Or is it all flavored? Flavored. Okay. Oh, here, Olivia. Here's your. And what percentage are they? 6%. And how much do they cost? 2 for 20. You know what the hell? Let me try those. Let me get 2 for 20.
No.
Which ones?
Literally.
What you guys had a
I'm literally.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm gonna make sure I'm guessing they're both gonna be pretty high.
Okay. Yeah, then I want to. Yeah, I think I'll do the Arctic. Do I want it winter or the Arctic?
So, Granny Goose, no, the explanation that was provided by the owner is that Delta 8 smells very much like the product. It was not incense. They did not have incense going on in that that particular establishment. That was the smell of the Delta 8, which is lawful to consume in the state of Tennessee. But again, I think what I'm trying to convey is this is not a place that you go to purchase vapes from. They had literally a couple boxes on the back wall of the vapes, and everything else was bowls, bongs, product, the Delta 8 product, some other stuff there. Definitely not the kind of store that you would want to go to for nicotine vapes. So that was the reason why the smell was there. The Delta 8 version does mimic in texture, taste, smell, and appearance of marijuana.
Let's do the winter. Why not? Two for 20. Yeah.
That's when the one make it shoot.
Rolling papers, all those things. This is not a nicotine vape store.
Thank you.
So again, we don't need to run through it completely. If you guys want to see the rest of it, you guys can go to my page, do a search on my page for Hippie House, and you can watch the entire video related to that. Anyways, guys, the time has come. I'm going to get a divorce. So just want to tell you guys, have an amazing day. I will try to bring at least happy, joyous photos of me and my ex celebrating our divorce as we embark on our new journey in life. So with that, guys, have a fabulous day. Make it a great Monday. My Monday is starting off well, and I hope y'all's is too. Need to give some of the trolls clickbait. Andrew can't speak. Doesn't have proper English. Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. So happy divorce day to me. We will be back live tomorrow. Again, probably heading to Fort Myers to see my girlfriend I haven't seen in a while. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes me to get in and out of court first. And I will see you guys all soon. So tomorrow, you guys know about my sweet tooth. Who knows? We might have cake sitting right here saying Happy D-Day. Happy D-Day, Bullhorn Betty. So go make it a great day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
As you wake up in the morning, you want to find the latest, greatest information about criminal cases and have an intuitive conversation about the suspects associated with these cases. Head over to the Bullhorn Betty channel on YouTube. Breaking news right here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club. Enjoy your stay and enjoy your day.